You know that dreaded feeling when month end is coming? You're not even thinking about profits or anything like that. You're just trying to survive for another month. Wages, vans, offices, supplier invoices. And all of a sudden you realise you've got to win another job just to cover the cost of staying open. That's not how you should feel. It's not how a business should feel. And that's how it feels when overheads are controlling the business. So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact steps that you can take to remove the dread that comes with month end and how you can get back in control of your numbers, improve profits and get back some peace of mind. Hi, I'm Dan and I've been a quantity surveyor for over a decade and now I run a 7-figure trade business. I started this channel to help people in construction avoid the mistakes we have and to show you exactly what's worked for us to build a profitable, sustainable business. If you're in construction and want to grow sustainably but with fewer headaches, you're in the right place. Cut the creeping costs. Most businesses don't bleed from one big expense. It's from dozens of small ones. Licenses, subscriptions, leases, that spare mobile phone contract you no longer use but you're still paying £25 a month for. Sit down and go through the last 3 months of business bank statements. List out everything, even if it's only £10 a month. And now ask yourself, do we use it? Does it save time? And is it making us money? If not, cancel it. Now, you need to put time aside to actually sit down or at least get someone else to and go through these costs. You'll be shocked at how much you're spending on things that you don't need. Reviewing the team. As your business grows, it's easy to keep adding staff. A bit more admin here, another freelance member there. But before you know it, you've built a team to deliver a dream future workload, not your current pipeline. The problem is, if the jobs haven't actually landed, you're just paying while you're waiting. You have to ask yourself, can someone double up roles temporarily? Are we stretched? Or have we overbuilt a team based on handshakes and positivity, not contracts? If someone's not adding value or there's an overlap in responsibilities, it might be time to restructure. It's not easy, but neither is having a good business. Lifestyle creep. When you start out, it's very lean. You know, you're working from your van or a desk in the back room. 2 years later, you're signing leases for, nice offices, buying new ranges and signing off on branded coffee cups. It looks great, but is it profitable? Unless your revenue and margins have increased alongside those upgrades, your overhead is silently killing your flexibility. So here's a question. Could you still make your business work if you stripped it all back? If the answer is yes, and the dread is high, you might need to. Understanding your numbers. One of the biggest reasons construction businesses struggle with cash is that they don't know how to price their real overhead. Here's how to work it out. Take last year's total overhead, so your rent, wages, insurances, etc., and divide that by your turnover. That's your overhead percentage. So to give you an example, if you spent 100,000 on an overhead last year and you turned over $1 million, your overhead is 10%. If you're now reviewing this year's overhead and it's going to rise to 150,000, but your revenues are going to stay about the same, your pricing needs to reflect that your overhead's now 15%, not 10%. Don't price off last year's model if your cost base is increased. And alternatively, if you feel like it's gone down significantly, add that into your tenders because you're going to be a few percent cheaper, which might get you more work. I'm all for systems and processes, but on some things, you can't use the set and forget mindset. This is what we see time and time again in construction. You're only really building the business once and then stop reviewing it. But overhead isn't a static cost. It changes constantly. You need to build a habit where you're setting a quarterly overhead review in your calendar and you're treating it like a tender deadline. Upgrading only when you're bursting. If you're hiring staff, getting more vans or moving offices before you've outgrown your current setup, you're gambling on future wins that might not land. Wait until your team's bursting at the seams. Wait until vans are fully utilised and wait until your revenue is consistently outperforming your overhead. Then it's the time to scale, and even then, stay as lean as you can. Using tools, not people, to stay efficient. Admin is one of the sneakiest overhead killers, especially when you've got 2 people doing the job one system could do. Look at every repetitive task in your business, whether that's chasing quotes, issuing invoices, timesheets, whatever it may be. Could it be done faster with software, or could AI or automation take the strain off? We use systems in our own businesses now that cut hours of wasted time, and they're not that expensive compared to salaries. What's expensive is doing it the slow way for another year because that's all you've ever known. I think it's really important that you embrace technology as things are moving forward. For years, we watch good people get chewed up by this industry. Builders, trades, subcontractors, all trying to do the right thing, but drowning in paperwork, underpricing, bad contracts and late payment. We've been there too. We've run the jobs, sat in the meetings, felt the stress of chasing money, second-guessing contracts and spinning plates just to stay afloat. We realised most construction businesses don't fail because of the quality of the work, they fail because of the quality of the systems. The truth is, most businesses in this industry aren't using proper systems, templates, processes or workflows. They're just winging it every day and they're paying the price for it. That's why we started QS Knowledge, to give construction businesses the structure, confidence and control they need to grow. Backed by over 500 tried and tested documents, templates and workflows collated from years of real-world experience. We didn't build this in a bubble. Our team has worked across the UK and worldwide. We've seen what the best-run businesses do. We've brought all that knowledge together in one place. We exist to take what we've learned and pass it on, so construction businesses can stop surviving and start scaling. QS Knowledge was built by quantity surveyors, not for us, but for a better construction industry everywhere. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't work for the business should work for you. Sort the overhead and that at least starts to become possible. If this video helped, you'll find even more free advice in our email series, which is the links below. It's another one of our videos here, packed with even more helpful tips, and we'll see you in the next one.